and just done that swell deed and brought my boots to work when I was at work and it was pouring down rain because I had to wear my shoes. Yep, we're returning that favor today.
My rescue hero has arrived. Nothing like having a flat tire when you're in Columbus, 40 minutes away for work.
She only got one brake light working, and that's the one with the turn signal on it, so it looks like she don't have no brakes. A spare tire, no brake lights. Drive all the way like 7 miles from where she's at, try to put air in the tire, because she was afraid to stop. It's a low. She's afraid to stop in the area where we was, and the hose is cut. We are back out here with the 6-liter truck. Started trying to sop up some of the oil out of the oil cooler valley deal there. I do have a new Ford oil cooler, and it comes with instructions, all the seals, the little screen tray deal there. This here is the oil cooler, and it's supposed to be updated and better. There's a part number. So I did watch some of the Automatic garage videos on it, and my situation is different than what I saw there. This thing, I couldn't start it because it pumped the oil out so fast. It was pouring out of the degas tank profusely. So cleaning the system as they did, it's not going to work out for me. So I'm going to put mine together and go about it, cleaning it out that way and flushing everything. And hopefully it works out. I know it gets done all the time, like all of them doesn't run and everything, to be able to get as much of the oil out of the cooling system as possible and whatnot. So we're going to give her a shot, and hopefully it all turns out well. That's about all I can say. It's a shame because these engines do run really good when they run, and I just haven't been able to keep mine running. So with that, I am going to get moving, see if I can't get a little bit done, and we'll go from there. Packed this thing pretty full. I had several of these in there, and I was hoping whenever I come out to pull them out, it would have had the majority of it soaked up in it. I mean, it soaked it up and filled the rags full, but it didn't do what I was hoping as far as just basically sopping it up. So here I am. Just kind of poking it around in there, ain't wiping nothing. Try to keep it as clean as possible. For as dirty of a mess as it is, keep it as clean as possible anyway. Pow! Got it all cleaned up. So now I'm gonna start on the assembly, getting the actual oil cooler in the assembly to set back in here. I will probably pull the paper towels out as needed. Not really gonna get too far ahead of it. I'll just pull them out of the intake runners and the turbo oil drain there, right back here, as I need it. That little guy right down there is getting ready to come out. I'll get the screen in it and start on the actual assembly. Getting all the seals and O-rings changed out on all of it per the directions. I didn't really read them. I'm kind of a picture kind of guy, but I'm going to use a little bit of assembly lube on them. Here, seems how it's the kind of the oil system, and I don't want to have any issues with the seals. Nice and slippery. Going on real easy. Stringy crap. That. We got those ones in there. So I don't know if that could cause it because it's not blowed anything out there, but oil core is definitely bad after I was done with it. That's more gooder. There's that. Get some bolts and nuts. Here is the bolts. Just getting them started. Maybe. There we go. says I tighten these to 16 foot-pounds. Probably just go a little snug to start off with. And then get an extension. They go together a little easier. Should be 16. That's scary. We back. Got oil down in there so it's not dry. Got it cleaned up somewhat. Like it's clean, it just looks really bad. That little valley there was real clean, but got all this all cleaned up. Got this whole housing together, which was no fun. I got 2 bolts that was stripped. I kind of half-ass fixed them, I guess. So I'm getting ready to set that back down on here and hopefully get it locked down. Just set y'all right up here. Right like that. Maybe you can help me along here. Should get it. Trusty bolts. Kind of bolts going down in this one. Stuff happening now. Starting to come back together. Speed it up a little bit, put it on, get it down snug with this, and then torque it. It should be good for that. That is that. Getting some parts together here. Got the, I think everything on kind of in place. I'm gonna get the turbo down in there and then finish it all up. It hasn't went together too awful bad, honestly, compared to the, I guess the first two times I had it apart, or whatever, however many. Well, I think it was two. This is the third. Here we go. I think, anyway. If I can get it down in here without tearing myself up. Sure how I want to do this. So make sure I get the oil drain in it without breaking anything up here. me start getting it bolted together somehow, somewhat. There we go. I think. Apparently I actually put something on it. That's odd. Alright, so I had to, sorry about jumping you around like that, but the fittings for the fuel filter right there, I had to fish those out and didn't want to have all that on camera, but I forgot to put zip ties behind them so that they don't slide down all the way down there. And I just had to, I got some picks and fished them out. Wasn't that bad, but it could have been a lot worse, I guess. There's the fuel. Put some harnesses in here. Okay. Yep, I think we are heading in the right direction. Nasty. Alright. Well, starting to lose a lot of tools, and they're all right here somewhere. Okay, I'm back. I got it together and I'm putting oil in it now. I don't have any coolant in it yet. I just want to see if it's even going to start. So it is together. I've got about 2.5 gallons in it, and I'm seeing if it's enough to read on the dipstick. I don't know. I don't think it'll hurt anything if I don't top it all the way off, because all I'm doing is draining it back out. And it is not on dipstick. I don't know how much I got to put in it to where it's safe for a start. I guess we'll give it a shot to see what it does. So here we go. I'm not going to let it run very long. If it fires up, hopefully it'll fire up right. And I have already done a couple key-ons just to try to prime anything. Check for leaks and whatnot. I don't see any leaks, didn't see any leaks. So, we'll give her a shot. Here we go. than I expected. It kind of just fired right up. See if we got anything. Ain't really nothing flinging around in there. Well, excellent. So, I'm going to go get the old Cascade mix with some hot water and start dumping in it. See if we can't start the cleaning out process. So hopefully this fixed it. We got it, I think, full of coolant there. We'll fire it up. It's got oil up on a dipstick. See what it does here. Okay, I don't lose all the shit. heat. I used hot water, thinking maybe it would help warm it up faster. Thick it is, it's building up. While I'm letting it run, this is out of the radiator. This is what I was trying to show you. That's what I drained out of the radiator. I was going to show it before I got started, but I had to let the air out of the tires and it sat down over top of this. So I couldn't get it out. So that is out of the radiator. With it running, checking the oil actually looks clean right now. So we might be all right with it. I put some really, really cheap diesel oil in it. It's 1540, but it's cheapest I could find just because I know I was draining it out and it wasn't going to have no miles on it. Now this is what was in the oil pan. Now, and this was a dirty bucket, but it just had some nastiness in the bottom of it that was undisturbed. It had sat for a while. So that's out of the oil pan. They kind of look the same. We'll get you set up here. I'll pull the oil dipstick and see what it looks like. It's got a little bit of something there, but this is clean. But hopefully that's a good sign.
Okay, so here is our first update on the car and where it's at. Everything is officially pulled and laying on the ground. Obviously I had to gut everything before we could start putting all new, nice wire in there. I'm not gonna pick this apart too much and give CJ too much of a hard time, but as you can see, she was a little rough. Here's how she sits right now. Only wire really left in it right now is for the solenoids. All the old nitrous wiring is removed. Inside of the car is completely empty again. Back, all the wiring is gone. But this is our first update, and we'll see where she goes from here.
It is Thursday evening, and as you guys have seen, CJ got the truck back together. Wanted to get some video of CJ and Allie before they left, but unfortunately, with the day being as crazy as it was, I was not able to do that. CJ and Allie have headed to Indianapolis, Indiana for the weekend. Allie has a volleyball tournament. It's a 4-day event. It's really 3 days, but there's a college prep thing going on the day before, so they headed there for that, and they'll be spending the time this weekend doing volleyball recruitment stuff for college and the tournament. Allie's excited about it, but it's also very intimidating. Darren is better. I know our video was a little late this week. Things kind of took a serious turn with his health. We got everything worked out though, and he's back to on the up and up. Darren's 21 years old, and I am still finding out things about him that I didn't know or didn't know how to manage. So we're just trying to roll with the punches as it goes. It has been another maintenance week where things have broken. You can see that I had a flat tire. Something not in the video. Allie and I ran over a raccoon the other night, and the plastic black piece on the front of the car, the guard, is come off. So I'm going to probably be snipping that off. CJ's not here, so hopefully I don't get yelled at, but it's about to come off. So I don't want it to get stuck up in the tire. So we're going to take care of it until he gets back. He is picking up the car this weekend, sometime in between volleyball. That's exciting. There's been lots of anxiety about it being gone, and also as it's been gone, it's required a lot more funds that we were not prepared for ahead of time. So things have been kind of tight and pinchy here lately this week for getting ready for volleyball and with the car and the expenses that we really didn't have in place ahead of time. But such is life. Exciting news coming up. I can't give too much details yet, but we were asked to participate in a race coming up in a few months, and we have agreed to that race. So announcement on that coming soon. We still have to pay our lock-in money for that. And once we get that squared away and the event holder makes the announcement, we will let you guys know what the date is and what race it is. So really happy about that. That's our first one. Not the first race that it'll be out, but the first one we were actually, locked into for the year. So, yeah, the truck made it to Indianapolis. CJ and Allie did take it over there because he's going straight from Indianapolis down to pick up the car from where he's at, and he did drive the truck. So fingers crossed that it continues to roll on the way it's supposed to and we don't have any issues. So that one's off the checklist, and the van still needs some maintenance, but it'll be off the checklist. And then we got to do Allie's car, and about that time we'll be back to working on Raggedy Ann. So we will see you guys soon, and more to come.